And good morning everyone, welcome back to RESTAURO FARM. We got some small jobs to do. One of them fields need a bit of fertiliser in. You know, I think I really should check which one's got the fertiliser in, because I always forget. I think it'll be this one. Yeah, this one. Right, and then once we've done this quick job, we then got to go collect the new seeder, or the new planter seeder, from down the road. One that we purchased in a deal. I'm hoping he's going to let us have it now, before we bring in the silage bales. I can't see there being a problem with that really, because, well, I hope so. And then we've got to get these stumps done today. We've got to get them done. They're annoying as they definitely need doing. Alright, let's get into the field. Start spreading the lovely fertiliser everywhere. Shouldn't take too long. That's that done. All done that one. We're just going to run through all the fields and give them a quick fertilise, apart from the grass field. That is very much ready. Nice and yellow. It's dying perfectly into hay without having to do too much work to it, which is nice. I've only got the big airstrip field to give a quick going over then. So we're zooming through the airfield strip, going pretty quickly, consuming quite a lot of the fertiliser as well. Wasn't quite expecting it to be so high, but there we are. We're at 580 kilos per hectare at the moment. Alright, here we go. Brought this one back. That's that job done. At least for now. Try and get this put in. Get it in as nicely as we got it out. That's the question. That's that all done. Yep, fully disconnected. Lovely jubbly. Yep, perfect. Alright, what we're gonna do is Mikey should be here very soon. So, do you know what? We'll go straight down and get the drill now. I think this will have enough torque to pull an empty drill up, that's for certain. So we're gonna go pick up that drill now, as it is direct. Bring it up to the farm, get it lined up ready to go. Direct drill would be better for this field, I think. Get it good to go, and then I think we may even fertilise that field today. Now we've got the time. Shouldn't take too long to get down there. Now you can see it's getting very dry around here, not much rainfall over the last month or two. Keeping out on the old watchtowers for any bushfires. Here's the turn in. Now we know it's there, we're not missing it, which is good. We're approaching Dean's farm now. Here we are on Amwell Farm. Let's hope he's not going to mind us coming a few weeks early. He said July. It's the end of June, so hopefully he'll let us have it early. If not, well, it's a wasted journey really. But we can always have a coffee, have a chin wag. Everything looks closed up, so I'm guessing he's not really up to much. I'll tell you what, we'll swing this in here. as if we're about to pick it up, like so. And then I'll shut this off, I'll go find him. Dean, are you in here? Can't hear no one. Oh, maybe he's up at the house. Maybe he's up at the house. So he was at the house, he was fine to take it. Just asked if we could quickly drop something off in, I'm sure he said this workshop. He's got some new drill bits. Just put near the. Yeah, I guess he's going to want it here. There we go. I'll let him deal with that. And yeah, well, we can take it. So I'm not going to hang around in case he changes his mind. Apparently, is what he wanted it for. It's not going to be good for anymore because he's got something bigger coming. I would hate to be around when the bigger one comes because I mean I think this is quite nice size. Really nice size. Alright, start her up. Let's see if we can get this out in one go. Lovely, full 360 there. A bit tight on the hard turns, but not bad. You can see it in the mirrors there. It's pulling nicely. Bouncing around a bit. I have to watch it through the trees. The road does get rather close to one or two of them. That seems to be pulling alright as well. Let's get this back. Get it loaded with some seed. And prepped for planting. On the way back to the farm, I had a phone call and chat with Mike. He's going to be having this afternoon off. There's not too much to do, but basically in the brief chat he did remind me that the weather's way too hot to plant what we want to plant, which is a cereal crop or possibly rapeseed oil. So we probably are not going to be getting to planting right away. So what I may do is I will get that field fertilized. This is a direct drill, so we won't need to cultivate, which is good, it's handy, but we will put fertilizer down into the soil, some crystallized granules. That'll help improve everything over due course. In the meantime, I've got to figure out a home for this big old cedar because it is too big to go into this shed. It could. I'm not going to need the harvester anytime soon. There's no space for it in there, is there? I'll tell you what, if we can get it through the door first. Didn't think of this. It's rather a tight fit. Catching on that side, and oh, we've got about a foot there. Right, so come out this way a bit, reline it. I think the best bet is just stick it right at the top. For now, that'll do. Alright, so I'll grab that. Right, so I'm going to grab that fertilizer again and do the big field. Shouldn't take 2 ticks. Shake of a dog's leg. See, normally if you're going to cultivate you won't want to put crystallized granules down, but we're not cultivating this year. We'll be using that new direct drill, and at least I hope we will. That shouldn't take too long. It's coming along nicely. We'll get the fertilisation done, and then I think we'll leave that to soak into the soil before we do any liming. I think we'll probably do the liming just after we do the drill. Last little strip. And we'll be done. And then I suppose we'll have to drop this off, go up to the store and get ourselves a stump grinder. I'm not sure which. Would actually purchase one, or I know they're rather expensive for the tractor, but I think for the skid steer they may be a little cheaper. Oh, that's that done. Alright, that's that done. I think I'm going to use the skid steer. I think that's probably our best bet. It'll be cheaper in the long run. It's going to take a little longer to actually pick it up. I don't have a flat trailer to get a skid steer onto, so I'm going to have to take the actual skid steer up there. Which, I mean, it's fine. I can do it. That's no problem. It's just going to be a little bit of a slog. There we go. And start our long hog up to the store. 11 miles an hour in a skid steer. It's going to be a slow one. Hopefully not too slow. We'll go get those tree stumps out. They've been driving me nuts, and they are stopping us from doing anything there. So, without further ado, off we go. I'm thinking we may, I'm just shot in the dark, but may do a different crop this year. We've done barley, we've done wheat before. I'm thinking we could do canola. Change it up a little. Yes, we'd be short of a cereal crop. But it's just an idea at the moment, you know. We could do canola. Oh, this is a long old slog. Only takes 10-15 minutes at most, but well, not even that. 11 miles an hour is faster than walking. Warehouse looking empty. No one around. Bread factory. We've not got anything in there. Although I can still hear it going. I did see a big old delivery truck go past the other day. Straight past the front of the farm. Whoa. Oh. Hey. I'm still amazed that they haven't put a proper road surface in. And if Keith's right and they're going to have this Christmas fair down that way, surely you'd have a better surface than this for people's parked cars, stalls. The stalls that'll be there and whatnot, they'll have inventory, so they'll need spaces as well. And this isn't the best road surface. I mean, unless they're not going to be holding it up there anymore. Who knows? Right. Lift that up so I can get out. There we go. Right, let's see what could be done. Well, having a look in store, they have at the moment a nice big Phoenix truck. Obviously it's well used, big engine. I mean, this could do us a real turn when it comes to getting a tanker and getting that water out of the lake during the winter. Tyres are probably not the right sort, but for 44,000, it looks good. I don't really want to spend the money yet. I've had a word with Keith, and he's going to try and hold on to it, but he said if someone comes in at the asking price, he'd have to let it go. So hopefully there's not too many people around here after a big rig, because we could use this. We really could, just not right now. Um, good looking vehicle though. The only other thing he's got in here at the moment is a header. It's a Massey Ferguson header. Unfortunately, Massey Ferguson headers have a completely different hooking system just at the top here to the New Holland CH70. Is it CH70? 770? Something like that. Anyway, I know that these will not fit. This is for an older Massey, completely different setup, which is unfortunate for the fact that they wanted just under 12 grand for it. That could have done a turn. It would have saved us a pretty penny. But in the meantime, we're going to have to keep an eye out for the New Holland one. See if one comes up available. Keith is keeping in his ears to the ground for us. Hopefully, you just never know. And yeah, we're done. We've had a service done. Cost me 4 grand in total. That did include it was 4,400, I think it was. That did include this brand new stump grinder. They were normally about 3,000. We got it for just over 2,000, a part of the whole deal that we were offered with the service. So we've got new bleed lines as well. So yeah, looking good. And hopefully this will get those stumps out of the way, and we'll have got a permanent stump grinder for just a little bit more than it cost us to rent one for a tractor. I think that's quids in. That's a big buck saving, that is. Right, let's get back. Lift that up off the ground a little. Just make sure we don't get a catch. So hopefully this won't take too long to get back. Get those stump grinded in. It might take a little while. I don't know. I've never used one of these before with the old skid steer. But now we've got one. Let's see what it can do. Well, I say that optimistically. We've still got quite a drive back yet. And I'll admit one thing. It's not centered. It's to one side. So it kind of putting my driving off a little. I just want to use it as my center. Oh, there you go. See that? Trying to forget that I can't use that as my center line. That was a big dip. We'll get this back anyway and get those stumps out. Finally. No more being stumped. I've had a fault on the way back. Our new distribution silo, if you will, for the greenhouses and that. It requires quite a bit of water. At the moment, what we tend to do is fill up the bowser that we have and take it over and tip it into there. It takes up a bit of time. I am seriously considering, it would cost me a couple of grand, but I'm considering hooking up another mains pipe under the ground to basically the bottom of the actual tower, the little green tower there. And I think that could help provide enough water. It would cost a few pennies, but I think that should be indefinite with the water. Then the only other issue I've got is I'm vastly running out of fertilizer. Obviously, fertilizer costs, and before we had that manure pile that we used. Yeah, it's not the ideal situation. So we may have to spend a pretty penny on fertilizer down the line. We have struck a deal with grapes though. We have got the grapes. We have people coming along collecting those up pretty much every day. So we will get a little bit of cash from them. Not major, but as I say, they're vines. So they'll come along. They're pruning them at their own expense. Yeah, we're not paying them, and we're getting a bit of cash out of it. So they are completely, don't have to touch them. Fantastic. Best way of doing it, if you ask me. Right, we're here. Finally, it's 10 to 1. Let's get these stumps out of here. I'll just start that up and... Alright, well, that's one done. Control up. Line up the next. Come on, a bit more. Gently does it. That is that the stumps are now gone. And we have a stump grinder. Beautiful. Not sure exactly what we'll do with this little area. I may extend that little field over there and make it an L-shaped field. It could be possible. Anyone got any suggestions? You're more than welcome to pop them down in the comments on this video, and I will discuss them with Mikey. He really has become an important part of the team. Let's see if we can get this jump. We'll just keep it on for now. Not got use for the skid steer at the moment. Right, there we go. Lovely jubbly. Right, it's 1 o'clock. I think the best thing to do is... I'm not sure if Eddie's actually in. He hasn't answered his phone this morning, so there's no telling with Eddie. But I think the best thing to do is a little trip up to Eddie's. We'll show off our new tractor while we're at it. Give him a good something to chat about. We're going to take a load of grain up there. Pop in his mill. Get some flour made and sent over to the warehouse. Or sent over to the factory, actually. That'll probably be the best bet. And turn it into bread. Ah, yeah, and get these sticks cleared up. I'll probably do that over the next few days, to be honest. Alright, that should be about there. Break on. Oh no, missed it. Okay. Break off. And break on. Right. We should be over it now. Perfect. Alright, now I just need to select what we want. I've got to turn this on yet. That's on. There we go. Whoops. I shouldn't really climb on it while it's active. There we go. Yep, lovely. It's going in. You can see the dust coming off how dry that grain is. Beautiful. Go. And away we go. $17,200 litres heading up to the mill. Now here's the question, which way should I go? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tigger by its toe. We're going left. We're going left. This... Well, I don't really say... Neither way's the long way, I suppose. They both got roughly the same amount of length of time. Is that the right word? Time? Length of time? We really should get this serviced. I'm just worried about how much it would cost me. Normally I would repair my own vehicles, but I don't know. The reason we want to get it serviced and done by the store is I'm not sure exactly what needs doing to it. We just know something needs doing to it. It doesn't feel 100% right. So we're going to have to do that eventually. I keep putting it on my list and I keep putting it off. But yeah, it's not a bad tractor at all. Not a bad tractor. Turning wise, it's a little sluggish, little slow to the turn rates. But we're not too worried about that. I think that's just because of the size of it at the moment. It could be that one of the shocks are gone. Possibly. Maybe they've got some sort of track rod end ball joint issue there. I couldn't tell you for certain. But this is one of the reasons why we want to get it looked at. Ease it up. Here we go into Eddie's. Oh, come on, if the Massey can do it, you can do it. Mind you, I normally come the other way with the Massey, so it's got a bit of a run up. That tree root's starting to come through there. It's lifting the compacted roadway down, up. Oh, Eddie's truck's there. I'm guessing he's in. Right, we'll get this tipped in and then I'll go chinwag with Eddie. If he's in, show off the tractor. Right, that should be golden. Get that turned on in. Right, let's get that closed down. There we go, the mill's going already, perfect. I'm gonna have a quick chat with Eddie and I will see you back at the farm. I shouldn't really leave it running, but I want to show it off, so I'll give him a quick knock. I should knock louder. Here we are, back at the farm. That was a nice little chinwag with Eddie. He's very aware of this Christmas fair that's going to be going on. He's actually quite optimistic and excited by it. He's got, and I quote, lots of plans to make some dollars. So I'm guessing Eddie's going to have his own stall up there. But we've also, Eddie's eldest has now come over to live with him on a permanent basis, and apparently he spends all day down in that cave that we found. It must have been almost 2 years ago now, a year ago maybe, something between a year and 2 years, something like that. He spends loads down there. He's kind of made it his little personal den. And so what? It's, you know, kids will be kids, wouldn't they? Can't blame him for it. I think I would have done in my younger days. It was quite a nice find in there as well, what's led us to some interesting developments over past time, and in the future it's going to lead to hopefully treasure. Well, at least that's the idea of it. It's a bit of a treasure hunt now. I'm hoping for like some fantastic monument or ancient artifact, or just solid gold ingots or something. That'd be pretty cool. We'll see what's under there when we get to the winter time. Alright, well, until then, this has been a nice easy day on the farm. Just some odd jobs running around. I will see you next time. Whether we'll be in June or July, I do not know. But until then, this is Matty G at RESTAURO FARM. Peace out. Oh, I'm going to go put my feet up. Lovely jubbly.